Hey guys, welcome to season 3.
We're back.
Couldn't get rid of us that easy, could you?
We're gonna have some more fun.
We are. Well, today we're gonna revisit a topic that is really important in the world of bariatrics, and that is the protein drink. You remember our episode, very first episode ever, Yuck-in-a-Cup. Well, today is Yuck-in-a-Cup Redoux.
Yeah, because a lot of people really need that extra boost of protein. And if you're working and you're in a hurry for breakfast, you know, it makes a really good breakfast.
That's
right. It really does.
So we're going to show you guys a couple of recipes today, and we're going to talk a little bit about protein and different kinds. So, you know, just stick around, see what we're up to. All right, so we are going to discuss some protein today, guys, and it's been a while since we've really talked about protein powders and protein drinks and smoothies and that kind of thing. And so we thought it was a good time to kind of revisit that today, and because there's been a lot of new information and a lot of new developments in the world of the protein powder. So
that's true. And I was on protein drinks for 8 years with the lap band. And with the sleeve, I couldn't take the whey, and I couldn't do the soy, and I couldn't drink milk, and I couldn't do, couldn't. But I have found something I can do, and I like it, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. So I'm going to let Jennifer start.
Well, first off, I wanted to kind of show you guys the differences in some of the proteins that we have. We don't have all the kinds that are available. There are tons out there. But we do have 3 that are the main types that people use right now. And so this first one, this is the whey protein. And you can see the texture there is a little, it's fluffier, and it's not, I mean, if you touch it, it feels like very fine grained sand. And
it dissolves very quickly, very easily.
And this is actually the whey protein. If you're going to cook with a protein powder, the whey protein is actually really great to cook with because it dissolves really well into things. And this next one right here, this is the egg white protein, and this is the one that Mom was talking about that she found that she enjoys and she can actually tolerate. And this is a little bit, it's not quite as fine a grind. It's a little coarser, but it does it also dissolve? I haven't used it.
It dissolves reasonably well.
Okay.
I did use it in a product the other day that it didn't work like I wanted it to, but it tasted okay.
Okay.
So, you know, it's a little bit of experimentation.
Yeah, exactly. And this last one right here, this is kind that I personally use because this is what I can stand and what I can tolerate, and this is a vegan protein, and this is a super, super, super fine grind. And it's just it almost feels like baby powder to the touch. And so, you know, so as you can see, I mean, and each one is appropriate for different things. Now, if you're a vegan or you can't tolerate things like whey, you can't tolerate the casein, you can't tolerate soy, the vegan option is a really good option because it's actually as easily digested as the whey protein is.
Yeah, I just didn't like the taste of it.
Right, and some people don't.
But the soy and the whey were the ones I was having total issues with. It's been 2 years now, or will be in October, so it's coming up on my 2-year anniversary, and things are changing.
Yes,
so
a lot.
Anyone who starts out and says, I can't do it, try it again, because it does change.
And there are also, you know, a lot of people are afraid to use protein drinks and smoothies. And, you know, if you're not somebody who wants to use them, by all means, you don't have to. But we have found that there's been a lot of changes in the protein powders that are available today. And there's a lot less chemicals, a lot less artificial sweeteners being used. And there's certainly more bariatric friendly as opposed to being geared towards
bodybuilders.
Workouts and bodybuilders. So, you know, so there are options out there available, and it is a very healthful and viable option if you're needing to get extra protein in.
Well, and we're supposed to eat 5 times a day.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have breakfast and mid-morning you can drink a small shake.
Yep.
Then mid-afternoon another small shake.
If you need it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's better than eating a protein bar that's got more carbs in it than it does protein.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we fall into that real easy.
We sure do. And just be sure to, when you do look for a protein powder, look for one that is really, really high quality ingredients. Look for one that doesn't have a whole lot of artificial fillers. Look for one that doesn't have a whole lot of refined artificial flavorings in it, and you should be good to go.
Yep. So let's make some and see what it tastes like.
Okay, well, one thing that I know a lot of people like is a protein smoothie. And what they'll do is they'll take fruits and vegetables and they'll blend it up with some almond milk or coconut milk and a little protein powder. And so I like to do that, but I like to do mine kind of in reverse. And the reason why is because I have found for me that the protein powder doesn't always mix in quite as well when you just toss it all into the blender. So I'm going to do it kind of in reverse. I'm going to make the protein drink first and then
add the fruit
to that.
Okay.
So
reasonable.
So I'm going to I'm going to use my vegan protein, and this is actually a vanilla chai flavor. There are so many flavors out there. Just find one that you enjoy.
Well, and look for a protein powder that has 16 grams of protein per scoop.
Or more.
Or more per serving. And I've been finding them that are between 20 and 25. Now, I know there are some that are higher, but your cost goes up.
Right.
So
right.
I try to stay frugal. You know.
And something to also keep in mind is that the human body can only absorb so much protein at a time. So when you get into protein powders that have, 45, 50 grams of protein, your body actually might not be absorbing that much. We can only absorb about 35. I think that's what my research was showing. Go Google it and find out. Because
well, the other side of that is if you take all your protein at one time, you think, well, then I can eat anything else through the...
And that's not
true.
And
that's not true. So spread it out. Your body will metabolize it better. And if you take protein in multiple times during the day, it cuts your hunger.
Right. Okay. I just added 2/3 of a cup of almond milk. And I think did we get the unsweetened vanilla?
I think so, we did.
Unsweetened vanilla. All right, this is the coolest little contraption. I love this little floaty ball. You just,
toss it in.
You pop that in there, you pop your lid on, and I'm going to do this away from the microphone because it's going to be a little loud.
Do you want to
make sure your thing is on there really good.
Get you a towel to put over that.
Okay.
I don't really want to take a bath in it.
She doesn't want protein drink all over everywhere. Yeah. All right. So you're just going to pop that on and you're just going to shake it.
Gives you a little bit of a workout too.
It does. And it's going to it blends it up just beautifully.
If you do it like this and don't put the ice or the fruit in first, then it mixes very smooth.
Yeah, and it just, whoops.
Couldn't
have planned that any better, could we?
But if you put the ice in, it's going to cling to the ice.
Exactly.
And then it's not going to work.
All right, so I have right here, I've got some peach cut up because I'm using peaches just because I really like the flavor of the peach with the chai spices. And this is a whole peach, and I'm only going to use about half of it. You don't need the whole thing. I'm going to go ahead and take my blender bottom here, and I'm going to puree my peaches over here in our handy dandy personal blender. This might get
If you like it frothy, you can put it all in at once.
Yeah, but I found for me that the texture gets a little wonky when you do that.
Yeah.
So this way.
Do you want some ice in there?
No, I do not want ice in there. Okay. That's just a personal preference. Now, if you are on full liquids or purees, if purees, this works beautifully. If you're on full liquids, you're going to want to strain this into a glass before you drink it. So I'm going to give that a shake. I'm going to run that through here again.
Okay. See, it doesn't take but just a second.
No, it doesn't. And I've got a pretty glass over here.
Why not?
I'm going to pour it into because you know what? You want to be able to see how pretty it is. Now mine has some chunks. because I didn't get it pureed as well as I could have, but that's okay. That's the peach in there. It's
I wanna
not
taste
protein
it.
powder. All right, you can give it a taste.
That is
Yeah.
good.
Mm-hmm.
That is very good.
Mm. The peach and the chai just go.
It works very well
really,
together.
yeah, this is really good.
Very good. Kind of tastes like peach pie.
I know, exactly. Exactly. And so you can add any fruit, any flavor to that you
Yep.
want to. And it's just delicious and very healthy. So while I enjoy my beautiful glass here,
I'm going to make mine. And I've got 1 scoop of the white powder, and I'm using a smaller bowl for mine. And I'm going to put it all together pretty quickly here.
Mm-hmm.
I would just put a handful, not quite a quarter of a cup of I'm using blueberries. You could use blackberries,
you can
any
do a combination
strawberries.
too. I like
yeah.
blueberry and the peaches together as well.
Okay.
Oh, hey, there you go.
And I'm going to put a couple ice cubes in
Okay.
mine.
And
But
if you-
first I'm going to put a glob of yogurt.
Greek yogurt.
Yep.
Greek yogurt always adds a good healthy dose of protein in there.
Well, and you want it to have a texture that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go, and mine's going to have to run a little bit longer
Yeah,
than yours.
and you're going to hear some ice crunching and
Yes.
the ice kind of makes it kind of a milkshake consistency. So if you really,
Hungry for ice cream.
there you go, and it tastes good. There we go. Oh, that color
that
is
pretty?
pretty.
That's a hunk
That's
of ice.
type of ice, huh?
That's a hunk. Try
That is
mine.
really pretty. I will try yours. I love that.
And I used coconut milk in mine instead of the almond milk. It's very different, right?
The yogurt kind of gives it that tanginess. It tastes like blueberry yogurt.
Yeah, it's got
And
a
if
little
you-
bit of. It's not on the sweet. It's
Right,
A little
it's a little more savory. If you wanted to also, we talked about in the past about those awesome sugar-free flavored syrups. You can absolutely add some of that to
Right.
this if you want to. You can add spices. You can add vanilla extract, any extracts.
Well, my favorite ice cream is cinnamon ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
So if you just make it plain and put a dash of cinnamon in there, that's all it takes.
That would be good.
That's all it takes.
So-
We hope you send us some of your recipes
Absolutely. Share with us.
because it's fun to experiment.
Yep, it's a lot of fun. So take what you've learned here, and now you don't have to. You can see you don't have to be afraid of the protein powder anymore.
You can add vegetables.
Yes. Oh, I've got a really good friend who one of her absolute favorite smoothie recipes includes avocado and kale, and it sounds so weird, but it really tastes good. So
And
don't be afraid to play with your food.
when we have this surgery, our bodies change so much that we need those extra nutrients from different sources. And if we can get it in a smoothie once or twice a day,
Yeah,
We're good to
exactly.
go.
It gives you an opportunity to get more fruits and vegetables in because goodness knows we can't always eat the amount of fruits and vegetables that we need. But if you can smoothie them up, away you go.
all right.
So, well, thank you guys so much for joining us. We are so glad that you are here with us to ring in the new season. 3rd season is unbelievable to us. And just so you guys know, we're doing this all for you. So don't forget to leave your questions, your comments. All of our contact information is going to be right there in the description, right underneath there. We have a website, we've got a Facebook page, and we have a new Facebook group that you can join. And we want everybody to join because,
It gives you an opportunity to talk about issues without it being in a public forum.
Well, and we also have the opportunity to interact more with you on the Facebook group than we do on a Facebook page. So go join our Facebook group, go visit our website. These recipes will be up on our site and more. So go check us out and don't forget to click that like button because that helps our channel out so much. And if you haven't already, go ahead and click that subscribe button as well. And that way you don't miss a single episode.
And come back next time and see what we're up to.
See y'all later.